Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about DoorDash drivers refuse to deliver without seeing pre-tip. Yes, that's right. No tip, no trip is continuing to go viral. And customers, of course, are going to be unhappy about it. We're going to pretty much tell them to deal with it. And that's pretty good Tuesday for us, if I do say so myself, even though it's Monday. But with that said, when I saw this in my Google alerts, I felt a need to talk about it. So I want to go through what this article is saying, how it actually is for DoorDash drivers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Customers are forced to pick up their own DoorDash orders because drivers are refusing to deliver without pre-tip. No freaking crap. That is why we call it no tip, no trip. Are DoorDash delivery drivers becoming too entitled? Thousands of customers are either getting their food cold or have to pick it up themselves because drivers are refusing to deliver to customers who don't immediately pre-tip customers.
The pot calling the kettle black is not something that we should do.
First off, this author is clearly butthurt about something. Let's get that clear right off the bat. Number two, we're not entitled to anything. Why would anybody drive 10 miles for $2.50 or do any kind of work for barely any pay? Anybody who says stuff like this doesn't understand the business model. I mean, it just says it in the rating itself. Because drivers are refusing to deliver to customers who don't immediately pre-tip customers. You don't pre-tip customers, you pre-tip drivers. I feel like she didn't understand any of this.
Failure!
I'm sure it was a typo, but still, it does show that she doesn't understand anything.
You're still a failure!
Just 1 week after the DoorDash glitch bankrupted hundreds of dishonest customers, drivers are now holding customers' orders for ransom if they don't give them a tip. Not just any tip, a pre-tip. If you don't know what that's all about, there's a video I made on the subject. I'll leave it in the description. Feel free to check that out. But we're not holding the orders for ransom. We're just not accepting bad orders. Why would we accept an order for $2.50 when we can be patient and accept a quality order to a quality customer? I guarantee you the person who wrote this article doesn't tip their drivers themselves. What the hell is a pre-tip, you ask? Good question. Customers can add tips to their orders before the food is even accoladed to the driver, much less prepared and available for pickup. This astounding feature provides DoorDash driver with the foresight to deny delivery or, in the worst case, accept an order and subsequently cancel it. You mean you are actually paying for the service that you are buying? No crap. You're sending an order to DoorDash, and there's two different services you're paying for. You're paying for the service for DoorDash to send the order to the restaurant. You're also paying for the driver to not take any other orders and concentrate on your order to deliver it to you. Now, the whole part about them accepting and canceling the order, I'm a proponent of you never accept an order that you think that you would want to cancel. I am against that mindset entirely, so I agree with you there. But why would we accept a delivery that's bad to begin with? A video that was uploaded to TikTok and quickly went viral demonstrated in essence to DoorDash drivers how they might extort money from their customers in exchange for delivering their orders. I know that there are people that do that. They will text the customer saying, hey, I don't feel like delivering this order. You're gonna have to tip me more. That's a terrible mindset, and those people should be deactivated. But that being said, that's not most drivers. This person got hurt once by one driver and now is making a whole article about it. Because client orders without pre-tips were not being picked up and took up too much space, some businesses were forced to call DoorDash support for assistance. In certain instances, the food had been sitting there for 3 hours or longer. You see, that's what happens when you don't tip your drivers. One disgruntled customer took to TikTok to share his opinion on entitled DoorDash delivery drivers and the app's pre-tip feature. Oh, this should be good. I won't ever pre-tip. Just refund me, the customer said. Sure. What, you think that we're gonna be all upset that you specifically didn't order on DoorDash or Uber Eats or GrubHub? Get over it. If the company doesn't care about us, what makes you think that they're going to care about you, realistically speaking? Tipping is not for the deliver service. I pay a delivery fee. In fact, on top of that, I pay inflated prices for delivery. The tip is for good delivery service, he added. And you know what? In a perfect world, that would make a lot of sense. But that's not how it is anymore. The world has evolved, the business model has changed, and you either learn to play the game or you get played by it. It's really that simple. We don't get any of those fees. If you think that any driver is going to want to take a $2.50 order for probably just as many miles, if not more, that's ridiculous. You are ridiculous. I will never pre-tip an Uber Eats or a DoorDash driver. You guys are just glorified delivery drivers who feel like entrepreneurs, but you really just have the same job I had for a pizzeria when I was in high school. You're just a delivery driver, and you're just a random customer with a keyboard and a dream.
Emotional damage.
I'll tell you what, 50% of gig workers are entrepreneurs and have started businesses using the funding from DoorDash and Uber Eats. So somebody's feeling a little butthurt on that side of the keyboard.
Damn!
If you deliver my order in a timely manner, I will tip you because I'm tipping you for the quality service. However, if you deliver 7 orders along the way, I'm not giving you a tip. I'm not tipping for my food to arrive cold so you can make extra money. All right, so there is a point to be made there. Not about the fact that they're tipping you for quality service and they're not pre-tipping, whatever. I do think stacked orders to a degree have gotten out of hand from the company side, but also there are drivers that will multi-app, pick up 7 orders and then drop off 7 orders in random frequencies and times. I do think that's gotten a bit much, and quite honestly, I understand when people get frustrated by that. Others took to the comments to ridicule DoorDash drivers to try to take advantage of customers instead of petitioning the company to pay them more. You honestly think that DoorDash is actually going to do anything? They are the most corrupt company in the entire industry of everything. I'm not even kidding when I say that. The amount of money they've stolen from people, the amount of scams that they pulled, their executive team is ran by the worst people on planet Earth. The COO was the CEO of Tinder for 5 months and was called out for harassment in the company. You think it's actually going to be better? It's not. And if your companies aren't paying you more, what makes you think our companies are going to? However, the sentiment that is expressed is most frequently that the problem that most people have with the pre-tip feature itself. One person opined DoorDash needs to remove the tip amount from the drivers to view. There's no need for them to know the tip prior. They should also release tip 4 hours after delivery, not instantly. You are 100% wrong about that. 100% wrong. I don't want to help bad customers. This clearly is a terrible customer. Not to mention, this customer also seems like the type of person that tip baits. I bet that person probably tip baits all their customers, does not tip their drivers, does not tip waiters or waitresses, and always leaves bad reviews for every little thing that they find. Literal 1 stars across the board. DoorDash has not yet addressed the issue with orders being avoided or held ransom by entitled delivery drivers. We expect to get paid what we are owed. That's it. And the fact that you believe that we're entitled is 100% wrong. In my opinion, it's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. I could feel their haircut from them just being the Karen cut. Anybody who says that, I genuinely believe are just Karens with keyboards, writing Yelp reviews instead of actually doing something relevant. If customers have a problem with the pre-tip feature, there's a very simple solution. You don't order on DoorDash. You don't order on Uber Eats. You don't order on GrubHub. You can always just choose not to. It's okay. We won't get mad about it. We understand it's a luxury service. Convenience costs money. And gaslighting us is not going to help. Like the same people who say that drivers are entitled are probably all complaining about this generation. As someone who Karens themselves, like I literally just went to Wendy's and I had to ask for the manager because they wouldn't give me my fries. I understand why you feel need to address these issues. But if you actually have a problem, if you actually want to do something about it, here's the answer. Don't order with these companies. We understand if you don't want to use these companies. We get it. They're expensive. Half of us don't even use it ourselves because we know they're expensive. But if you're gonna use them, understand that we gotta pay our bills too, and stop being a pain in the butt about it because it's not helping anybody, including yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!